All right, this is the last one going over the ultrasound. So I've got it out, already plugged it in. It has two different plugs. It's got one for lightning connector if you're using like a phone, which I hate to do because it's so small. And then the old USB-C, which is going to correspond with this big iPad, which we might not have, carrying it on the scene, just kind of depends. But so that's why there's two connectors. Anyway, we've got our gel, and I'm not actually going to put it on anything because I have nothing to ultrasound because I have to close the camera. But we'll go through the modes real quick. And if you have anything else that you want to see, you can always just text me and I'll pull it out. So first things first, indexing marks are going to correspond with that so that you know your orientation. It's going to basically dive down like a knife. So your plane is going to be like that. If you want to change your depth, so like in the hospital we have multiple different probes to change the depth and what we're ultrasounding. This kind of does it for you here in the presets. It's going to give you a bunch of stuff. Let's do a fast exam real quick because that's pretty common that we do. Okay, so it's going to give us a set gain, which we can change here too, and then a set depth that we can change here too. So if we don't love the view, we can always change those up. Reviewing images up here. So if you want to capture or whatever, you got to type in all these details, and then you can save the study, and then you can also review images back in the previous screen. So if we drop that down. Over here we've got you can freeze it. So if you want to take a static picture, you can either take it here or on the corresponding little button, and it'll take a picture. Boom, freezes it for you. If you don't want to take a static picture, you can change it to like a video, and then hit that button real quick, and then it'll give you, I think, 12 seconds of video. Some other cool modes here. So if you go into actions, M mode super handy if you say you want to do lung sliding, so you can do it there, and then it's going to run this. So if your picture is a sandy beach, obviously that's a good thing because we love sandy beaches. It's a normal lung finding. If you get a barcode, no one likes barcodes, and that's going to be basically free air. And actually kind of nice that it did that right here because this is a barcode, and because there is no inflating lung, there's no sliding going on. So we can go back to our original here. And we would actually, if we were going to do lung sliding, we'd come over and change the preset because there is one for lung right there. So select, and then we go M mode, bam. And there's a lot of cool other things too, like beeline counts and lung protocol stuff, which I won't get into all that stuff. But let's go back to fast exam. So go there real quick. So this is obviously all of our trauma patients. Verdict's still out on whether we do this on all trauma patients, but it's helpful because you kind of get to know what's going on internally that you can't see. So 4 points of contact, you're going to do the right side, kind of posterior retroperitoneal, visualizing the kidneys, Morson's pouch, make sure there's no free fluid under the liver, and then the left side, which is going to give you visualization of the spleen and free fluid in there. Suprapubic, so looking for ruptured bladder, and then subxiphoid, looking for any free fluid around the or blood essentially around the heart, which we can't treat really any of those, but it's it's good finding. So I can't think of anything else. We can change this over to like if we're going to do vascular access, which is also kind of a helpful thing. You can also go in here and choose like midline, and if you look here, so those little dots will correspond with that midline, and you can kind of see my finger there because I don't really have any fluid on there, but that's right in the middle right there. So help you guide your needle in. So lots of different features. It's pretty cool, implementation, I guess, the next 12 lead, whatever. If you have any other questions, things you want to see, I don't have the paper like listing what you want, so just shoot me a text and I will do that for you.